demonstrating the efficiency and potential of mediation. The construction of three-storied building is a significant step to meet the growing needs of the center. The building is designed to house 16 arbitration conference halls, each equipped with 2 breakout rooms to facilitate confidential deliberations between parties and their counsels, and private chambers for arbitrators. On the third floor, 7 mediation rooms and facilities for online dispute resolution with a server room and workstations for legal assistant and staff attached with the center have been conceived. The building will stand as a testament to the commitment of the Gujarat High Court to strengthen ADR institutions. The center is also taking initiatives aimed at promoting greater awareness, accessibility, and engagement among all stakeholders associated with the process. The first edition of the newsletter of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center is a step towards greater transparency and outreach. The launch of redesigned, user-friendly website of the Arbitration Center is aimed at improving efficiency and accessibility. By facilitating display of cause list, regular updates regarding proceedings and institutional activities, we are planning to enable a secure electronic filing platform as well. The 2-day conference on the theme, Institutional Arbitration at a Crossroads, Challenges and the Way Forward, is organized to encourage a meaningful dialogue among the stakeholders, highlighting the need to identify procedural gaps and to take corrective measures, reinforcing the efficiency and credibility of institutional arbitration. In the technical sessions, we will be reflecting on the key aspects of structural, ethical, and practical challenges, trust deficit, capacity building, and need for a shift in the legal culture. The last session is focused on evolving hybrid models of MEDAB and ARB-MED. We are fortunate to have with us an eminent panel of speakers, Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay Anjaria, Honorable Mr. Justice Vipul Pancholi, Honorable Mr. Justice A.K. Sikri, Honorable Mr. Justice S.J. Wazifdar, former Chief Justice of the High Court of Punjab and Haryana High Court, Shri Janak Dwarka Das, Shri Shyam Diwan, and Dr. Biren Saraf, senior advocates. We sincerely thank them for taking out their valuable time to engage with the participants. We are confident that sharing their experience in arbitration practices and adjudication in the discourse will greatly enrich the conference. I, on my behalf and on behalf of my brother and sister judges, express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Justice Surikant, the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, the Chief Minister of the State, for their gracious presence, which has truly elevated this event. We extend our heartfelt regards to the distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais for their association with the program. I must express my heartfelt thanks to Honorable Mr. Justice A.Y. Kokje, the Executive Chairperson, Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, and President of the Board of Governors of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center, and the members of the board for their invaluable guidance and meticulous planning in organizing this event. Special mention goes to Honorable Mr. Justice A.S. Supaiya, Chairperson, Building Committee, and its members, in bringing the vision of the state-of-the-art arbitration building into reality. I am deeply indebted to my esteemed brother and sister judges of the High Court of Gujarat for their unwavering support. Without their enthusiastic involvement at each stage of planning and execution, organizing such an event would not have been possible. I express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Kamal Trivedi, the learned Advocate General, for his consistent support and guidance. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Yatin Oza, the President, Mr. Prithvi Raj Jadeja, the Vice President, the office bearers, and members of the Managing Committee of the Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, learned senior advocates, and learned members of the bar for their wholehearted participation. A special note of thanks to the advocates of the High Court, Mr. Kunal Vyas, Mr. Adit Sanjanwala, Mr. Arjun Joshi, Mr. Munjal Bhatt, Mr. Jaimin Dave, Mr. Kunal Vaishnav, Mr. Arjun Sheth, Ms. Natasha Sutaria, Ms. Priyal Parekh, Mr. Ishan Joshi, Mr. Rohan Lavkumar, Mr. Anand Patel, Ms. Gargi Vyas, Mr. J. Kansara, whose assistance to the panelists during the technical session is vital to facilitating informed and productive deliberations. Our deep appreciation goes to Ms. Tanaya Shah and Mr. Harsh Parekh, advocates of the High Court, for undertaking the responsibility of the Master of Ceremony. We must place on record our sincere appreciation to the Registrar General of the High Court, Member Secretary Gujarat State Legal Services Authority, Director Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center, and their team for their exemplary coordination and organizing abilities shown in the planning and execution. We are truly encouraged by the overwhelming response of the participating advocates. Participation in the conference is by way of registration, and it is heartening to see that advocates from across districts have shown enthusiasm for engaging in all the technical sessions. This is a testament to our collective commitment and collaborative efforts in fostering the growth of ADR institutions across the state. I am confident that the deliberations during the conference will contribute meaningfully to strengthen institutional arbitrations and promoting best practices in dispute resolution. Together, we remain committed to building the ADR ecosystem in the state future ready. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Ladyship, for the warm welcome address. Gujarat High Court, under the leadership of our Chief Justice, Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, has taken an initiative to build a state-of-art domestic and international arbitration center within the precincts of the Gujarat High Court. The High Court of Gujarat is pleased to announce the establishment of its new arbitration center. The arbitration center is envisioned as a premier institution for the expeditious resolution of commercial and other disputes. The Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center will be a state-of-art facility equipped with modern infrastructure, including 16 arbitration rooms, 7 mediation rooms, 2 breakout rooms with each arbitration room, an online dispute resolution facility for making the infrastructure truly global in its reach.
Through this initiative, the Gujarat High Court reaffirms its commitment to fostering a robust dispute resolution ecosystem that inspires confidence, supports economic growth, and upholds the highest standards of justice, with parties having access to a distinguished panel of eminent arbitrators, mediators, and domain experts drawn from the diverse jurisdiction and fields of expertise. Let us now proceed with the foundation stone laying ceremony. Today marks not just the inauguration of a structure, but a realization of a vision, a commitment, and months of dedicated effort. As a part of the foundation stone laying ceremony, may we now request the dignitaries on the dais to unribbon the brick. As we gather here, we are reminded that buildings are made of bricks and mortar. Institutions are built on values, dedication, and people. May these new facilities serve generations to come and stand as a beacon of excellence and service. May we now invite the dignitaries on the dais to proceed to unveil the plaque. We will now be seeing a glimpse of the upcoming Gujarat High Court Arbitration Centre building through an audio-visual representation.
Rising gracefully within the august precincts of the High Court campus, the new state-of-the-art building of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Centre is envisioned as a beacon of institutional excellence, harmonizing architectural elegance with functional sophistication. Fully air-conditioned and complemented by an integrated parking facility, the ground plus 3-story structure has been thoughtfully designed with provision for vertical is complemented by a private rest area for the learned arbitrator and two dedicated breakout rooms to facilitate confidential consultations. Attached staff rooms, help desk facilities, and comfortable waiting lounges ensure that every stage of the arbitral process is supported by seamless institutional service. The third floor is devoted to mediation and next-generation dispute resolution. Purpose-designed mediation rooms embody calm, neutrality, and confidentiality, creating an atmosphere conducive to dialogue and settlement. Offices and workspaces for the private secretary and legal assistants are thoughtfully integrated, ensuring proximity to the center's core functions. The floor also houses a dedicated online dispute resolution room equipped for virtual proceedings and a secure, high-capacity server room forming the technological backbone of the center. At the uppermost level, a spacious multi-purpose hall offers versatility for conferences, training programs, and institutional events. Across every level, pantry facilities are provided to support extended deliberations with convenience and comfort. The building as a whole reflects a refined blend of serenity, efficiency, and technological readiness and architectural expression of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Centre's commitment to modern, responsive, and world-class dispute resolution.
The design perfectly captures the values of integrity, neutrality, and professionalism. A logo is more than just a visual symbol. It carries our identity, our values, our history, and our aspirations. Over time, as organizations grow and evolve, it becomes essential to ensure that our identity reflects our vision for the future. May we now request the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, to unveil the new logo of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Centre.
This concept presents GHAC as a robust, court-governed, modern arbitration institution encompassing a hybrid model of dispute resolution. The three interconnected abstract forms represent the mediator and the two disputing parties, visually expressing dialogue, balance, and guided resolution. Their triangular arrangements symbolize stability and structured legal process. The surrounding laurel wreath reinforces institutional dignity, judicial honor, and official recognition. The three stars positioned above the emblem represent the core values of justice, integrity, and transparency, reflecting the center's guiding principles. The blue color palette has been intentionally chosen to communicate trust, reliability, and professionalism, aligning the identity with established judicial and governmental institutions. Overall, this concept conveys strength, neutrality, and the authoritative presence of a high court-backed arbitration center.
Thank you, Your Lordship. May we now request the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, to launch the redesigned website of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Centre. Obliged, Your Lordship. May we now request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the newsletter. Grateful. May we now request the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Honorable Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, to give an occasional address.
ગુજરાત હાઈકોર્ટના આર્બિટ્રેશન સેન્ટરના ભૂમિપૂજન કાર્યક્રમમાં આપણી સૌની સાથે મંચ ઉપર ઉપસ્થિત સુપ્રીમ કોર્ટના માન્ય મુખ્ય ન્યાયાધીશ શ્રી સૂર્યકાંતજી, સુપ્રીમ કોર્ટના માન્ય ન્યાયાધીશ શ્રી अरविंद कुमार जी, श्री NV अंजारिया जी, श्री VM पंचोली जी, गुजरात हाईकोर्टना मान्य मुख्य न्यायाधीश श्रीमती सुनीता अग्रवाल जी, मारा साथी नायब मुख्यमंत्री श्री हर्षभाई संघवी, गुजरात हाईकोर्टना मान्य न्यायाधीश श्री AY कोगजे जी, श्री AS सुपैया जी, राज्यना मुख्य एडवोकेट जनरल श्री कमल त्रिवेदी जी, आमंत्रित सर्वे महानुभाव, प्रेस मीडियाना मित्रों, सौने मारा नमस्कार। विश्व नेता અને યશસ્વી વડાપ્રધાન શ્રી નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીએ ન્યાય પ્રક્રિયા સરળ અને ઝડપી બને તે માટે અનેક પરિણામદાયી પ્રયાસો આદર્યા છે। જરૂરી માનવબળ અને ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચરના વિકાસથી ન્યાય પ્રક્રિયામાં તેમના નેતૃત્વમાં સુધારાઓ થઈ રહ્યા છે। એ સંદર્ભમાં ગુજરાત ન્યાયતંત્ર આ માટે આજે ઐતિહાસિક દિવસ છે। गुजरात हाईकोर्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सेंटर ना नवा अद्यतन भवनना शिलान्यास प्रसंगे आप सौ न्यायविद साथे उपस्थित रहवानी मने पण तक मळी छे। वडाप्रधानश्रीए भारतने ग्लोबल आर्बिट्रेशन हब बनाववा माटे स्पेशियल आर्बिट्रेशन अने बार एसोसिएशननी व्यावसायिक सहभागितानी जरूरियात पर भार मूक्यो छे। भारतमां एडमिनिस्ट्रेशननी परंपरा नवी नथी। उपनिषदમાં વિવિધ પ્રકારની મધ્યસ્થી સંસ્થાઓનું વર્ણન પણ છે। એમાં એ પંચાયતી પ્રણાલીમાં પંચ પરમેશ્વરની ભાવનાના આધારે વિવાદોનું નિરાકરણ થતું હતું। ઉત્તરોત્તર આર્બિટ્રેશનમાં કાયદાકીય સુધારા થતા ગયા અને હાલ 2021ના મહત્વપૂર્ણ સુધારાઓ અમલમાં છે। આજના પ્રસંગે આપણે પૂજ્ય મહાત્મા ગાંધીજીને પણ યાદ કરવા પડે। दक्षिण आफ्रिका में वकीलात दरमियान तेमणे कायदाकीय लड़ाई करता समाधान ने प्राथमिकता आपी हती। पूज्य बापू मानता हता के वकीलों साचू कार्य बे विभाजित पक्षों ने एक करवानुं छे। आ विचारधारा ज आजनी आर्बिट्रेशन सिस्टमनुं हार्द छे एम हूँ समझू छूं। आदरणीय वडाप्रधानश्रीना दिशादर्शનમાં આપણે બંધારણ અંગીકરણના 75 વર્ષ ઉજવ્યા છે। લોકતંત્રનું સાચું બળ મજબૂત અને પારદર્શક ન્યાયતંત્રમાં છે અને બંધારણ આપણને કાયદા સમક્ષ સમાનતા અને ન્યાય મેળવવાનો અધિકાર આપે છે। દેશના દરેક નાગરિકને સામાજિક, આર્થિક અને રાજકીય ન્યાય અપાવવાનો સંકલ્પ બંધારણમાં છે। ન્યાયી પ્રક્રિયા માત્ર કોર્ટ રૂમમાં ચાલતી કાર્યવાહી નથી, परंतु ते नागरिकोना अधिकारोनी रक्षा करतु पारदर्शिता और जवाबदारी सुनिश्चित करतु एक जीवन तंत्र है। सामान्य नागरिक ने झड़पी और सगवड़ भर्या न्याय मळे ते माटे सौ माटे न्याय, समयसर न्याय एवा स्पष्ट अभिगम साथे गुजरात में ई-कोर्ट, डिजिटल केस मैनेजमेंट और वर्चुअल हियरिंग जेवी व्यवस्थाओं ने प्रोत्साहित करी छे। राज्य सरकार न्यायिक माળખાકીય સુવિધાઓને મજબૂત બનાવવા પ્રતિબદ્ધ છે। નવી કોર્ટ ઇમારતો, ટેકનોલોજી આધારિત સુવિધાઓ જેવી ફેસિલિટીઝ વધારતા જઈ રહ્યા છે। આ વર્ષે બજેટમાં પણ આ વિભાગ માટે 2700 કરોડ રૂપિયાની રકમની જોગવાઈ કરી છે। અહીં નવા બનનાર સ્ટેટ ઓફ ધી આર્ટ આર્બિટ્રેશન સેન્ટરના શિલાન્યાસની સાથે સાથે लोगो और नवी वेबसाइट पर लॉन्चिंग थी आ आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर नी नवी ओळख ऊभी थशे। गुजरात वेपार, उद्योग और वैश्विक रोकाणनु अग्रिम राज्य है। वेपार और औद्योगिक प्रवृत्तिओ वधे तेम विवाद पण ऊभा थता होय छे। परंपरागत अदालती प्रक्रियाओमां सौने न्याय अपाववामां लांबो समय जतो होय तेथी झड़पी और कार्यक्षम विवाद निवारण माटे वैकल्पिक व्यवस्था अनिवार्य बनी है। आर्बिट्रेशन और मीडिएशन जेवी पद्धतिओ ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस ने मजबूत आधार पूरो पाड़े छे। आ स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर थी मध्यस्थी प्रक्रियाओं ने निष्पक्ष, पारदर्शक और सरल बनाववानो आपणो संकल्प है। अहीं निर्माण थनारी आ नवी इमारतनी विश्वस्तरीय सुविधाओथी वकीलो, मध्यस्थिकारो और पक्षकारों कार्यक्षमता वधशे વડાપ્રધાનશ્રીના 2047ના ભારતને વિકસિત રાષ્ટ્ર બનાવવાના સંકલ્પ માટે મજબૂત અને સ્વતંત્ર ન્યાયપાલિકા અનિવાર્ય અંગ છે. ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુશનલ આર્બિટ્રેશન એટ એ ક્રોસ રોડ ચેલેન્જીસ એન્ડ ધ વે ફોરવર્ડ થીમ સાથે આજે શરૂ થઈ રહેલી 2 દિવસીય કોન્ફરન્સ પણ તેમાં દિશાદર્શક બનશે. આ કોન્ફરન્સને સફળતાની શુભેચ્છાઓ પાઠવીને વિરમું છું. ભારત માતા કી જય. વંદે માતરમ. જય જય ગરવી ગુજરાત.
Thank you, sir, for your occasional address. Your continued support to this vision will ensure that Gujarat becomes a hub for domestic and international arbitration. May we now request the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, to offer an inaugural address.
Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, my esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court of India, Justice Arvind Kumar, Justice Nilay Vipin Chandra Anjaria, Justice Vipul Pancholi, my sister Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, Shri Harsh Sanghavi, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat, we have among us Justice A.K. Sikri, Justice M.R. Shah, Honorable former judges of the Supreme Court, Justice K.S. Jhaveri, Justice Sonia Ben Gokani, Honorable the former Chief Justices of Odisha and Gujarat High Court respectively, my sister and brother judges from the Gujarat High Court, led by Justice Alpesh Kogze and Justice Arvind Sufaiya on the dais, Shri Kamal Trivedi, Learned Advocate General Gujarat, former judges of the Gujarat High Court, eminent senior advocates representing the Supreme Court, Bombay High Court, Sir Shri Shyam Diwan, Shri Janak Dwarkadas, a galaxy of senior advocates from the Gujarat High Court Bar Association, a dynamic young leader of the bar, Shri Jadeja, President of the Gujarat High Court Bar Association, and his entire team of executive members and office bearers, distinguished members of the Gujarat High Court Bar, distinguished academia, arbitrators, mediators, members of the legal fraternity, representatives of the institutions, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to all of you. I am happy to be here today to mark 2 occasions that are in essence expression of a single purpose: the inauguration of a new institutional space and the commencement of a deeper conversation on the future of institutional arbitration in India. One is an act of stone and mortar. The other is an act of reflection. These are not routine ceremonial engagements placed side by side on a program. They represent 2 decisive steps in a shared journey, one giving concrete form to our commitment, the other providing it with intellectual directions. Together, they affirm a shared resolve, namely that India's dispute resolution framework should not merely function but inspire confidence, just not merely exist but command trust. Shortly before this event, here only, we laid the foundation stone of a new state-of-the-art building of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center. And I want to pause and spend a moment on what it truly signifies. It would be easy to treat the construction of a building as a merely administrative matter, a question of roof and rooftops along with rooms. But physical spaces speak before words are exchanged. They communicate to every party who walks through the door whether they will be taken seriously, whether the process they are entering is credible, and whether the institution standing behind that process is worthy of their trust. Allow me, therefore, to begin by reflecting on what we inaugurate today in its tangible form and what it signifies beyond it. Ladies and gentlemen, institutional trust is not only shaped by principles, but by tangible realities also. I have long held the view that spaces influence conduct. When parties enter an arbitration facility that is ordered, professional, and purpose-built, the proceedings acquire a distinct seriousness. When arbitrators preside in an environment that affirms the dignity of the process, it fosters a heightened sense of responsibility. Infrastructure, therefore, is not merely an amenity, it is an institutional signal. And today, the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center sends that signal with clarity and conviction. When a party, whether a small domestic enterprise or a sophisticated international investor, steps into a carefully conceived arbitration facility, they encounter something that a converted conference room or a borrowed courtroom cannot provide: the unmistakable signal that their dispute matters. Dedicated hearing halls, mediation facilities, digital infrastructure, spaces designed to protect confidentiality, these are all not luxuries. They are the physical expressions of institutional seriousness. And as you have seen in the video, I'm quite happy to note that the proposed arbitration center addresses all these issues. I believe that a modern arbitration center reflects predictability, organization, and seriousness of purpose. It communicates that proceedings will be conducted with care, neutrality, and procedural rigor. In commercial matters, where time is capital and certainty is currency, such signals matter deeply. By creating a dedicated and well-equipped arbitration complex, the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center reinforces the idea that institutional arbitration in India is prepared to meet global standards. Today also marks the launch of the redesigned Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center website. In the contemporary landscape, digital infrastructure is no longer supplementary to institutional arbitration. It has become foundational to its effectiveness and credibility. Secure online filing, the ability to conduct virtual hearings, and real-time access to information enable arbitration to remain accessible, efficient, and responsive, regardless of geographical barriers. Alongside this, the release of the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center newsletter represents a thoughtful step towards strengthening awareness of institutional arbitration and other alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. The sharing of knowledge and best practices is not peripheral to institutional building, it lies at its very core. These developments are not ends in themselves. They are part of a larger institutional journey. It is therefore fitting that we now turn to the theme of the conference that begins today, namely, the institutional arbitration at the crossroads, challenges, and the way forward. The phrase is deliberately candid, inviting both candor and intellectual honesty. We are indeed at the crossroads, and we must speak with clarity about what each path holds. We have assembled here to examine with clear eyes where institutional arbitration in India stands today and what it must become in the years ahead. I believe you will also keep in mind the very eminent issue flagged by Honorable Chief Minister when he pointed out that how Gujarat is leading the nation in terms of industrial development and technological advancement, and the all sophisticated and hard industries are coming to this state, and how conventional litigation may not be the real response to the foreign investors, and therefore how institutional arbitration acquires a special importance in our legal and jurisdictional framework. I therefore must acknowledge that India's arbitration framework has by now matured considerably. Legislative reforms to the Arbitration Act have emphasized minimum judicial intervention, time-bound proceedings, and neutrality in appointments. Parallelly, judicial pronouncements have reinforced party autonomy and clarified doctrinal uncertainties. Yet, this progress does not eliminate challenges. Institutional arbitration in India still occupies a space smaller than it ought to be. A substantial volumes of disputes continues to proceed through ad hoc mechanisms. Our institutional arbitration disputes have their preferred destinations outside India. The question we must confront is not whether arbitration is viable. The question is, it is whether our institutional arbitration and our institutions meant for that inspire sufficient trust to become the most preferred choice and destination. In understanding that, I want to briefly ponder the challenges which frequently occur in institutional arbitration. The first challenge is trust. Institutional arbitration fulfills its promise only when users genuinely trust it. Trust in the neutrality of arbitrator appointments, trust in procedural integrity, trust in the enforcement of awards. That trust is not built by rules on paper. It is built through consistent, transparent, and demonstrably fair practice over time. We must ask honestly whether our institutions have yet earned that trust in full and what more they must do to earn it. The second challenge is capacity. The number of institutional arbitrations in India remains disproportionately small relative to the volume of commercial disputes our country generates. Too many parties still default to ad hoc arbitration or to courts because institutions have not sufficiently demonstrated the value they add. Expanding institutional capacity in infrastructure, in empaneled arbitrators, in case management systems, in administrative competence is therefore not a question of prestige, it's a question of relevance. The third and most consequential, as it perhaps appears to me, is the challenge of professionalization. Arbitration at its finest is a specialized discipline. It demands not only legal acuity, but case management skills, sensitivity to cross-border commercial realities, and an understanding of what is genuinely at stake for the parties. India must invest seriously in training arbitrators and in developing a coherent pipeline of qualified arbitral professionals. Without that investment, growth in the number of institutions will outpace growth in the quality of the process, and the gap between form and substance will only widen. The way forward, in my opinion, lies in institutional honesty. We must be willing to measure ourselves not against where we began, but against where we need to be, against the standards of the leading arbitral seats of the world, and against the legitimate expectations of parties who choose arbitration in the hope of something better and faster than litigation. As I look at the ground we have consecrated today, I am reminded that every institution we now respect, every court that commands genuine confidence, was once no more than a vision led by people willing to act on it. What separated vision from institution was not resources alone, it was resolve. The sustained, unglamorous resolve to keep building when the work was slow and the results were uncertain. Today's foundation stone carries that resolve. So does this conference. I hope that over the next 2 days, we deliberate not merely to diagnose, but to prescribe with the clarity, candor, and courage that this moment demands. The doors of a new building will soon open. Let us ensure that what walks through those doors is a stronger, more trusted, and more capable system of institutional arbitration, one that our country and every party who approaches it genuinely deserves. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving this opportunity to share my views. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Oblige, Your Lordship. Your Lordship's dedication to strengthening and promoting alternative dispute resolution mechanism reflects remarkable vision and leadership. We are reminded of your words where you said, when we consider these issues and challenges, we must understand that these are not insurmountable obstacles, but reminders of discipline required to safeguard arbitral integrity. May we now request Honorable Mr. Justice A.Y. Kokje, Judge, High Court of Gujarat, to offer vote of thanks.
Namaste and very good morning. Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Chief Justice of India, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, respected Chief Minister of State of Gujarat, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, Honorable Mr. Justice Vipul Pancholi, Judges of the Supreme Court of India, Shri Harsh Sanghavi, respected Deputy Chief Minister, Honorable Ms. Justice Sunita Agarwal, the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, Brother Justice Supaiya, Judge of Gujarat High Court and Chairperson of Gujarat High Court Legal Services Committee, my sister and brother judges, Shri Kaushik Vekaria, respected Minister of State, Law and Justice, State of Gujarat, in absentia, Learned Advocate General, Shri Kamalbhai Trivedi, former Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India, former Honorable Chief Justices and Judges of different High Courts, Learned Government Pleader, Gujarat High Court, Shri Virk, Learned Public Prosecutor, Shri Hardik Dave, Shri Yatin Oza, President Gujarat High Court Advocate Association, along with his team members, Shri Arbitrator registered with the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center, senior members of the bar, Learned Registrar General, members of the registry, learned advocates from various bar associations, invitees, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. It is a matter of great honor for me to propose vote of thanks on today's occasion being milestone in the arbitration movement within the state of Gujarat, when we celebrate the foundation stone laying ceremony of new state-of-art building, the Gujarat High Court Arbitration Center, international and domestic, at the hands of the dignitaries present. On behalf of Gujarat High Court, as also on my behalf, I express deep sense of gratitude towards Honorable the Chief Justice of India, who has agreed to be amongst us on this important event, which also marks the beginning of 2 days conference, the institutional arbitration at the crossroads, challenges and way forward. Presence of Honorable the Chief Justice of India assumes importance, as Honorable the Chief Justice of India himself has been great advocate of alternative dispute resolution system. I hope and pray that the Lordship visits to our state is meaningful and comfortable. I must thank Honorable Chief Justice of Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, who is always in the forefront whenever it comes to supporting judiciary in whatever manner. We thank him and his government for supporting our project in setting up this arbitration center. I also take this opportunity to thank Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, and Honorable Justice Vipul Pancholi, judges of the Supreme Court of India, who have taken time out of their schedule to be amongst us on this important event. We all know that honorable judges have been closely associated with Gujarat High Court and have always blessed with their good wishes to any venture which the High Court would take up in the directions of development of judiciary, which includes alternative dispute resolution. On this occasion, let me congratulate and thank our Chief Justice, Justice Sunita Agarwal, who has envisioned the state-of-art arbitration center and tirelessly worked to make this center a center of professionalism, and in making such effort, Honorable the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court has always guided Gujarat High Court in undertaking conferences focusing on the capacity building of the stakeholders. I also thank my brother Judge, Justice Supaiya, and all my sister and brother judges who have stood by the institution by treating the event as their own and making it successful. I acknowledge the presence of Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Sanghavi, who has always looked forward to support the cause of judiciary. I myself, being a sports person, take this opportunity on behalf of all present to congratulate Harshbhai, who made extraordinary efforts to get 2029 World Police and Fire Games and back-to-back 2020 Centenary Commonwealth Games to the city of Ahmedabad as host. His effort leads to this. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge contribution of Shri Kamalbhai Trivedi, Learned Advocate General, and Shri Soparkar, Learned Senior Advocate, who are the esteemed members of the Board of Governors of Arbitration Center and who have been present from day one of planning of this event. I extend my gratitude towards the Registrar General and the members of the registry who have worked tirelessly and contributed towards the success of this event. I acknowledge the support of electronic and print media for giving the weightage to our efforts in the direction of alternative dispute redressal. I must acknowledge in absentia the contribution of the contributors of the articles which have found place in the newsletter and also reference material for the 2 days conference. For this, I must thank Brother Justice Karya and his team of Judicial Academy for carefully compiling the reference material. I must profusely thank our resource persons and the assisting advocates who are going to be focal point for next 2 days. I thank all the invitees, which include honorable former judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court, empaneled arbitrators, mediators, learned advocates from various bars. Thank you for your esteemed presence, with the hope that this conference would turn out to be an effective with your meaningful participation. I thank all the participants from bottom of my heart for overwhelming registration for the conference. I may inform the gathering that for inaugural session and technical sessions, we have participation of 1,300 participants. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Oblige my lords for the vote of thanks. Apuryamana achala pratishtham samudra mapa pravishanti advat. Tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapno tina kamakami. Just as the ocean remains steady and undisturbed, though countless rivers flow into it, may this conference remain rooted in wisdom and values. As streams of knowledge ideas, and aspirations flow into it, leading us all towards excellence and fulfillment.
With this, we now conclude the inaugural session. May we request everyone to stand in respect for the national anthem. We may now proceed for a tea break. Honorable dignitaries are requested to proceed for refreshments. In the meantime, may we request other participants to remain seated till the departure of honorable dignitaries.
Recording stopped.